Shalom. I want to first start off giving all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakakwadash. Double honors unto our apostles, as well as the men that taught them, the elder high priests, and the elder bishops and the elders at Great Millstone. Peace and blessings unto the 144,000 and the rest of the elect of the nation of Israel. This is the brother Abadia from the GMS Houston camp. And this is going to be a response to the video that the elder and head of the Baltimore camp, Holy Bible Defenders, did. And the title of this video is called "White People Are the Most Charitable People on the Planet." And I may play some of it, I'm not sure, but she made that statement in this video. So this is, like I said, going to be a response to the video the elder made. And this is pretty much the beginning of his video. It's this Edomite. She's going on a devilish lying rant. Okay. And I want to, I'm going to get Psalm 58 here in just a minute. But damn, I'm damn a little bit at a loss of words. How dare you goddamn devil, How dare the devil, according to the scriptures, are the Edomites, okay? The so-called white people. And they have done the most heinous things on this planet Earth. And even your average Edomite, okay? They do all kind of corrupt, abominable things. The thing is, they just not the target. So they get away with a lot of shit. Okay? They get away with a lot of crime, so to speak. They're judged less harsh in the court system. Okay? Just putting that out there because she had mentioned in this video Edomite trash, and really all Edomites are trash. They have a proud spirit, and they're wicked by nature. Okay? But she made a statement about how blacks out crime, so-called blacks. She didn't say so-called, but she said blacks out crime the white man. And that's just the furthest from the truth, So I want to start with the first thing she said. I'm not gonna basically pick apart everything she said, but it's maybe 3 or 4 things she said I want to touch on. I may have to play the video to remember. But the first thing that come out of her mouth, matter of fact, let me go ahead and play it. This is off the Elder's page, Holy Bible Defenders.
You guys have really exhausted all of white people's.
Let's listen at it again.
You guys have really exhausted all of white people's charity.
She's referring to blacks. And she said, you are black people, which are really so-called black, the Israelites. But they 2/3 here in America, they want to be black. So you can call them black. But we're not black. The ones of us that awaken to this truth, we know our nationality. And we know your raggedy ass nationality. And wow, what a statement. Let's hear it again.
White people are very charitable. We are the most charitable people on the planet.
Okay, so-called blacks have exhausted the white man's charity, which has been nothing but a wicked foot in our ass. That's the charity that we didn't got. And you have to gotta go back into history. and look at what this man has done, not only to the blacks, but the so-called blacks, but also to the so-called Native American Indians and the so-called Latin tribes. Okay? So before I even go any further, I'm going to go ahead and bring the scripture out. Psalm 58 and start at verse 2. See, this is which is bringing out the nature, the mindset of the so-called white man. And not only that, there's his actions. Psalm 58 and 2, it says, yea, in heart, or in other words, in mind, you work wickedness. So what's the mindset and how the mind of a Edomite works? Because this wicked right here is talking about you Edomites. And we know that according to Malachi 1 and 4, Job 9 and 24. Okay? So basically they have a mind, a wicked mind. They think in a meaning, all they do is think of wickedness. Because they're anti-scripture, they're anti-law, statutes, and commandments. Okay? It says, yea, in heart, you work wickedness. Yeah, so they think about the wickedness that they're going to do. They have meetings about it. Okay? It tells us in Micah, and then in the morning, let's bring that out real quick. Micah 2. So they don't just sit and think about the wicked shit. They put it in motion. And it's evident. That's why the earth is in the earth and the people is in the condition they're in. All right. Micah 2 and 1, it says, woe to them that devise iniquity. That's Esau. And we just read in the last scripture. Let me go back. Yeah, excuse me, in heart ye work wickedness. Heart is talking about the mind. And we can't even prove it. Lab. It's the Hebrew word right here. Laba. Which goes back to age 38:20. God dang it, what happened? Yeah, it goes back to age 38:20. And it says inner man, mind, will, heart, understanding. That's what it's talking about. It says, yea, in heart ye work wickedness. But it doesn't just stay in their mind. They think about wickedness and, oh, I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that. And they've done it. But they actually make what they have in their head come to fruition. Okay? Oh, dog it. Let's go to Micah. Micah, come on, Micah. Go back to Micah 2 and 10. Not Micah 2 and 10, Micah 2 and 1. It says, woe to them that devise iniquity, you see, and work evil upon their bed when the morning is light. Yeah, because they pretty much meditate on their wicked, their the wickedness that they're gonna put into motion on the earth. They really can't get a good night's sleep without it. There's a scripture on that. I can't think of where it's at. How do they word it? 1 second. All right, I found it, and then I'll go back to Micah 2 and 1. Proverbs 4 and 16. It says, "For they sleep not." Let me actually go to this. Let me see. Yeah, so the subject matter right here is the wicked. If we go up to Proverbs 4 and 14, it says, "Enter not into the path of the wicked, and go not in the way of evil men. Avoid it, pass by it, turn from it, and pass away." See, so the subject matter when we get into the 16th verse, Proverbs, the 4th chapter, it's the wicked. The wicked are you Edomites. For they sleep not, except they have done mischief, and their sleep is taken away unless they cause some to fall. So this devil can't even get a good night's sleep unless wickedness is going forth in the earth that he's plotted and planned about. Okay? It says, woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it, meaning they make it happen. They do trial runs. Okay? They do experiments. And in the process of that, people will die, get injured, gets diseased up, sick, behind Esau's trials and experiments on the earth and on people. It says, because it is in the power of their hands. So we know this is talking about the Edomites because they have the power to think about wickedness, and they brainstorm, have these different meetings, and then they go and make it happen. You know, on a global scale, on a large scale. You know, I want to go back to Psalm 58. Now we're gonna get back to this charitable talk from this Edomite garbage. All right. Psalm 58:2. Yea, in heart ye work wickedness, ye weigh the violence of your hands in the earth. All right. Yeah, that's some charity for your ass. It's violence that you weigh in the earth. It says, the wicked are estranged from the womb. This is really the verse I wanted. The wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies. Their poison is the poison of a serpent. Esau is also known as a serpent. That old serpent. Is that in Revelation 12? It may be, was that Revelation 20? If I'm not mistaken. It says they are like the deaf adder that stop at the ear. The point is that they're liars. They're natural born. Yeah, they're natural born liars. Okay? So how dare this devil, and this is how all these Edomites think, say that they're exhausted, they're tired, they just so tired of all. And what she was saying is they're so tired of the blacks have exhausted white people. Wow, what a effing statement. When this devil then had us in hardcore bondage, okay, then effed us over with the sharecropping, okay, then came with the Jim Crow laws, and just kept his foot on our neck one way or the other. Gave us crack, destroyed the so-called black families through crack, drugs. Okay? All right? Gave us diseases. One that's popularly known is the Tuskegee experiment, where these devils purposely gave so-called black men, what is it, syphilis, and they did a practice or a trial on them. Okay, what about to get this man to get his gynecologist knowledge? He pretty much mutilated so-called black women to get that insight to be able to uh, uh, have that knowledge, that gynecology, what they call gynecology here in Babylon the Great. Okay, you can look that up. And that's just a few things to mention, you know, concerning what this devil has done to us. Okay, now let's bring in our brothers, so-called Native American Indians, so-called the Latin tribes, and all the shit he done to them. Okay, three words: rape, robbery, and murder, and that's um and oppression. Can't forget oppression. Okay, purposely. And you talk about being tired of. And the crazy thing is, you fucking niggas, you not tired. Cause these damn devils believe they fucking lie. They believe this bullshit they spew out of their mouth. Oh, we're so tired. These blacks are just exhausting our charity. We're so charitable. We give to them and they just fuck us over. And don't appreciate the charity. Okay? And you done stole every goddamn thing. So if one of you Edomites have given out some type of charity, however that would look, okay, it's all stolen. Your position, your privilege is all stolen. You're on stolen land, and the way that y'all got in position, I'm talking about you Edomites that are living today, and you got the privilege that you have, the resources, every goddamn thing is based upon rape, robbery, and murder. So I fucking dare you, lying lip, Edomite trash, to say you exhausted, you're tired, you're just, oh, we're so wore out. And y'all gonna find out, y'all slowly starting to find out about being fucking tired because your own people screwed you over. And you starting to feel some of the curses. But don't blame us. Blame your leadership, your own people. Okay? And these damn Edomites are just some proud ass fucking liars. And in this video, she's bringing out how Jake outcrimes Jake, or so-called blacks outcrime the white man. We have to play some more. Let's play it.
And I don't say this with know a single white person that has routinely helped black people on a regular basis that hasn't gotten burned from it or given black.
Hey, I just listed off some of the help you gave us, what came in the form of destroying us. Get any help that you gave, okay? Was it out of a pure mind, really wanting to help, or was it just a showcase? Look, I help niggers, okay? Or you get help and it benefits you. All that bullshit lying you talking about blacks is every time they help, they charitable, they end up getting burnt. The fuck out of here. Let's talk about it. If you want to go there, let's do it. The Latin tribes, they help you. You came your pasty ass over here to this side of the world. All right, starting with you Edomites coming under the guise or the banner of the Spaniards. Okay. Yeah, the tribes were charitable with their own that they had. Okay, so any if Edom if you Edomites have been charitable, you've been how the hell you gonna be charitable was based upon, or things based upon rape, robbery, and murder. It's stolen. You able to give charity. So I don't believe you devils is giving no fucking charity, and not out of a kind, sincere heart or mind. There's some reason for you. There's a reason behind you doing it. Okay? How you gonna give charity with stolen based upon thievery? Everything you got was everything these Edomites got is based upon what their foreparents did. Raped, robbed, and murdered every goddamn thing on the western side of the world. Now the whole world. And the tribes were charitable. Okay, they were kind. And then you talk about burn. I mean, they did a heinous act of raping, robbing, and murdering the indigenous people of this land, which are Israelites. They did the same thing with the Native American Indians. Okay? So don't talk about how charitable you are. Charitable with stolen goods. And that's a damn lie. You fucking devils ain't charitable. You're fucking thieves. How the fuck is a thief gonna be excuse me, I'm dropping the F-bomb everywhere, but it is what it is. How you gonna be charitable and a thief at the same time? You steal, you love to steal, but then you're charitable. Get the hell out of here. Let's play some more of this trash.
Or giving black people opportunity. I don't. They always steal something or call you racist or,
Ain't that something? The so-called blacks always stealing something. Yeah, and these niggas steal, you know. They do more stealing from their goddamn self than from you damn devils. They need to, don't worry though. Time is coming. To the big payback, to get back. Cause you gonna cough all this shit up that you done stole. And you Edomites, y'all and y'all at the bottom of the barrel Edomites, in this country. And your elites shitted on you. All right. And they put you on the level of a nigga. I mean, y'all still have more privilege. Y'all have privilege and position and still, but ultimately this devil was putting you in the same similar conditions as Jake's so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans.
I mean this with love. I don't mean this in a mean way.
She said everything she said, she mean it with love, not in a mean way.
You guys have really exhausted all of white people's charity. White people are very charitable. We are the most charitable people on the planet. And I don't say this with hate in my heart. But
Whoa, she don't say it with hate in her heart. Well, I call you a liar. And the scriptures call you a damn lie. And this is that Edomite all the way. Proud ass Edomite spirit. The most charitable. After you done stole every goddamn thing, you want to talk about some charity. Okay? Then you want to blame blacks for the reason why this country is going to shit. No, the reason why this place is going to shit is because your leaders, your elites, okay, have made this systematically engineered this place to go to shit. This devil has created a nigga. I gotta bring this up. Jake wasn't getting in living that life of crime like that. They wasn't getting into debauchery, okay? And they didn't even have to fucking deal with you Edomites directly too much before desegregation. When we joined with you, when we integrated with the so-called white man, that's when all the problems started happening. Okay? From being around you and how do you say it? Okay, and this whole everything that's going on with Jake here in Babylon the Great, all the wickedness they get into, everything they about, it was all designed for it to happen this way by you Edomites. Not you low-level Edomites, but the global elite, the international bankers. Okay? That's the reason why all this America is the way that it is, with all, including everything. Anything you want to say about this place, it was designed to be this way by these people. Your fucking people. Okay?
I don't know a single white person that has routinely helped black people on a regular basis that hasn't gotten burned from it or given.
Y'all been routinely helped. Y'all have been routinely helped during those time periods. Time period of hard when the Spaniards came over here, when the so-called Puritans came over, okay, and you burnt them. You burnt the so-called Native American Indians. You burnt the Latin tribes, okay. So don't talk about charity and giving and then getting burnt after you give. You're notorious for that.
Black people opportunity. I don't. They always steal something or call you racist or, and
How dare this devil bring any accusation or fact out about somebody stealing on this planet Earth when they're the number one thief? This man has stole lands, mineral resources, identity. He steal your fucking identity. And they'll lock you up in this country behind identity theft. You steal someone's identity, but this man has been on the move throughout history, stealing people's identity. That's something. Stealing their landmarks and putting their insignia on that plot of land.
I mean this with love. I don't mean this in a mean way, but white people are fatigued. We're exhausted. We are tired. We are so tired.
Like, y'all gonna be,
borrow
y'all
money.
don't know tired. You're gonna be tired when your ass is in fucking chains. You're gonna be exhausted. Y'all ain't seen you tired. Yeah. This is when you're gonna be tired. This is Revelation 13:9. It says, if any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. So the so-called white man led the Israelites into captivity. Okay? So they're gonna go into captivity. All right? He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. And if nobody, the number one murderer on this planet Earth is the so-called white man. The death toll that he's responsible for is astronomical. And you don't even have to go to the other nation that he done plowed down. Let's just deal with so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Okay? How many millions of so-called blacks died just being forcefully brought over here to this place? Damn, these damn devils really believe the shit they spew out their mouth. It says, Here's the patience and the faith of the saints. You're going to be tired during this time. This is going to be in the kingdom. You're going to be fucking tired. You're going to be tired of getting your ass kicked. You're going to be getting tired of getting slayed, brought back to life if we want you to come back. We're going to oppress you, and everything you did to us, we're going to do unto you, but in righteousness. We're not going to be popping men and popping boys. Okay? Because you goddamn devils, you did that. Sodomized little Jake boys and men. Okay? So everything we do is going to be in righteousness. We're going to righteously kick the shit out of your asses. You better believe that shit. And I'm gonna end the video right here. She said some more shit, but no, she said blacks outcrime the whites, which is a fucking lie. On a large scale, the so-called white man is running circles around Jake concerning crime. Talk about genocide. What about that crime? This man has committed crimes against humanity. Look that up. See what race of people have actually committed crimes against humanity. Name me the people. You fucking white, so-called white people, you Edomites. You're responsible for committing crimes against humanity. Don't talk about charity because it's all a goddamn lie. Or a motive behind it. You ain't doing it. If you do it, you ain't doing it out of a sincere mind. Psalm 73. Is it 8? Yep. And this is concerning the wicked, which are you Edomites. If you go up to the 3rd verse, it says, Psalm 73:3, it says, for I was envious at the foolish when I saw the prosperity of the wicked. So when we get down here to the 8th verse, we're talking about the wicked, or the scriptures is talking about the wicked. Psalm 73:8, it says they are corrupt. And you devils are corrupt. It says in the book of Habakkuk that the spirit, the soul that is in you is not upright. It's corrupt. You're a corrupt people. I want to see what they have for this word corrupt. This is goes back to H4167. Mawak. That's Mawak. Okay, excuse me. It's Mawak. Mawak. It says to mock, deride, ridicule. I'm not familiar with these words. Jeer. Jeer means to speak or shout. Hold on, shit. Derisively, often with rude and mocking laughter, insult, and taunts. Okay. Blaspheme. There we go. So we go back to this. They're blasphemous people. Okay. They are corrupt and speak wickedly concerning oppression. Yeah, Jake is really still to this day being oppressed. All right. Which this is not given a damn, I can't think of and we're not okaying the shit that Jake does. Because Jake is wicked. So-called blacks are wicked as hell in this country. Okay? They commit crime and they do all kind of wicked shit. But thanks to you devils, like I mentioned, before the integration happened, we wasn't getting into all this crazy shit, you know? So, Jake has been left with minimal to no resources to work with, okay? Which pushes you towards a life of crime when Esau dangles the American dream in your mind in front of you, and then he pumps the American dream bullshit in your mind, okay? But then he put Jake at a position to where they really can't achieve that. But then he give him drugs, okay? Then you got, robbery and all those type of things happen. But Jake is trying to come up, feed their family, and they're doing wickedness to do it, you know? But Esau really set this whole construct up to have Jake in these positions to do these different things. So yeah, we at the bottom because of the so-called white man. Okay, we were brought over here against our will. All right, and effed over, screwed over into this very day. All right. So Esau done all this dirt and really got Jake in this situation. Ultimately, we got ourselves in this predicament through breaking the law, statutes, and commandments. Okay. What I'm saying is the wickedness that Jake is into it stems back to Esau. Okay. All the think tanks that uh, uh, put together and then actually made those think tanks come to happen in the earth to have Jake in these positions of despair, okay, that will push you towards a life of crime to try to eat or live a better life, okay? And Esau will sit back and, they'll say, well, it's your fault and we didn't have nothing to do with it. And it's your fault that you're in the position you're in, okay? You're committing all these crimes, but then they don't tell you that, we wasn't living a life of crime and doing all this shit that Jake is doing now before we got around you devils and integrated with you. Okay? So Esau, it ain't our fault. We didn't do nothing. Y'all effing up the country. You know? Their country is falling. Now they want to blame Jake. Oh, we're so tired. You done exhausted all the resources in charity. Yet your fucking people at the top set this whole thing up for Jake to be in this position of oppression. They speak loftily. And this is what this chick is doing.
Because my entire life, I would always hear about how
this. Watch y'all, man.
And I mean this with love. I don't mean this in a mean way, but white people are fatigued. We're exhausted. We are tired. We are so tired.
And she believed that shit.
Yeah, borrow money, they don't pay it back. White people have done a lot of good for society. And I think that's very much overlooked. Because my entire life,
white people have done a lot of good for society. Pollute the air, take the innocence away from children, pollute the food, pollute the water, pollute people's minds, lie. Sounds like a lot of good. Goddamn devil. I'm going to end right here. Lord willing, this video was edifying. And until the next one, I say shalom.